have a bell today. I forgot to bring my ding. Thank you. Anyway, welcome to today's meeting. Lauren couldn't make it. As you can see, he's online, but he couldn't make it in person, so he asked for one of us to step in here. So if everyone could please rise and join the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Then we have our land acknowledgement. The Tlingit people have been indigenous to this land for over 10,000 years. We introduce to the Tlingit people for their stewardship of Tlingit Ani since time immemorial and today. All right, do we have any visiting Rotarians?
I guess I'm still a visitor.
Our visiting soon-to-be member, Ed McFadden. And well, welcome. Thanks for coming today. And do we have guests of Rotarians?
Yeah, I'm a guest. This is my first meeting.
Hi.
My name's Brad McSherry, so a pleasure meeting all of you.
Hi, Brad. Welcome. I guess we're guests. Yeah,
Great.
Tor Christensen and my wife Jessica were here to support on that. She's our exchange students.
Oh, great. Thanks for coming. And then we'll be introducing our speaker and her introducer. We get to that point. Okay, so do we have any Rotary announcements? Does anyone here have any Rotary announcements? John?
4 days and counting to our 4th wildlife cruise. I was ready to come in and give you my tale of woe because we still have a bunch of tickets out, but that number, we had no sales in the last 2 days. It was just like we fell off the face of the earth. Today is making up for it. Now we need about 25 instead of 40. So we're in pretty good shape, but we still need everybody to reach out if you would and try and get this taken care of in the next 4 days, because doing it on the dock's not a lot of fun. Once we fill up with 145, the rest of it's just a good 3-hour tour, hopefully with a better climax than Gilligan had. But it also helps to fund our club side. There's 2 sides to our club. There's the gaming side and there's the club side. Gaming money is all ducks, and contrary to popular belief, we don't get to spend that just any way we want, but we do have to spend all of it within 12 months after each duck race. And so we put it back into the community through a lot of our activities, and we do a lot of grants to other nonprofits, and we didn't realize how valuable that was until the pandemic hit, because everybody else closed down, but we didn't. So this is for the club side, which means projects that we do not only in our community, but throughout the world. And we've been working on a water project and a couple of other projects, and you'll be hearing more about those later this year. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great group, but money always seems to have to inveigle itself into everything, and that's what we do. So if you wish to support us, if you can go on the cruise, great. There's still a few members we haven't heard from. It'd be nice to know. If you can't go, you can drop in a little bit of money and make room for a youth person. And we've got AFS and AmeriCorps going, and a couple from the high school. So we're going to expand things a little bit and give them a little taste of Rotary as well. Thank you for your time.
Go ahead, Kari.
Yes, I couldn't quite hear, so I don't know if this was said, but Jeff sent out a sign-up genius for those going on the cruise or not to donate snacks and other items. So look in your email, and it's just a matter of clicking the link and clicking what you're willing to bring.
Thank you so much. Anybody else? Alicia?
So going on what the Dog Father said, some of you were at meetings before. I make goofy glass and stuff, and so I was having a fantasy about having a shelter box for Ukraine from our area. So I brought some things that I made and was just selling, and the money literally goes straight to John, to the dedicated shelter box. If anybody's interested, they're $50. So they're Ukrainian flag glass sun catcher. Anyway, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, so I have a few announcements to make. So next week, our meeting is going to be in this room, but it's going to be on Monday. So it's going to be September 26th. Everybody get out whatever you guys get out to make sure you know what day our meetings are and what reminders you use, and put it in there because it's different. It's going to be Monday. And I would like as many of you to be here as possible, whether you can be here online or in person. Either way, but in person is good. So our district governor will be here for that meeting. He will be our speaker. He'll be telling us about his ideas for how he would like the year to go. These are his ideas. These are his loose ideas of what he would like for us to do. He basically wants us to do whatever we want to do, but he does have a few, things he'd like to touch on about how we should do things, or what his vision is, I guess, for the year. Anyway, so I was in Juneau last week, and I attended 4 of these meetings, and I'm still excited to hear from him. He changes, which doesn't always happen, but he changes what he says basically every time, so that it's not totally boring for those of us who have to watch it every time. And he's I don't know if you guys have ever met him or not. His name is Mike Ferris. He's up from the Anchorage area. Anyway, so it was an enjoyable time to get to know him better. And he's also coming with our Lieutenant Governor, Lisa Phillips, and she was here last year with past District Governor Cheryl Matiba. So you guys probably got to meet her. So that's going to be Monday, September 26th, our normal time from noon to 1. And then that evening, we are having a board meeting, and it's going to be at 5 o'clock, and it's going to be in person, and it's going to be out at Kari Lundgren's cabin. And right after that, at 6 o'clock, we're having a fellowship out there. You'll be getting an email from me tomorrow with all of that information. I didn't want to inundate you any more today than I already had, with me having to fix the emails I made earlier. So that information will be there. If you guys have any questions, let us know, either me or Kari. We would like for as many people to attend as possible. It's just a fun get-together, potluck type thing, and just to have some fellowship with your fellow Rotarians outside of the meeting area. Feel free to invite friends if you want, so they can see that we're a fun group of people when we get together and do things outside of just our lunch meeting. Anyway, so also, if any of you have not heard about it, Mike will be telling everybody about the district conference, but it's in Kodiak, May 4th through the 7th. And if you go to the district website, which is rotary5010.org, you can register for the district conference. It's said it's in Kodiak. There aren't a lot of places to stay apparently in Kodiak. If you are interested in going, you might want to get online and register and get a hotel room. At some point, they're probably going to run out. He thought choosing Kodiak would mean there wouldn't be a big attendance, but basically everyone he's talked to who's never been to Kodiak wants to go to Kodiak, and they're seeing this as a reason to go. So I haven't gotten on to register yet, and I don't know if it'll tell me how many people have registered at that point, but if you want to go, you should think about registering. Okay, and for all of you who don't have badges, they've been ordered. And they're supposed to be being sent priority. Who knows what that means here. But anyway, I'm hoping we'll have them within the next week or 2. And if we get them and you still don't have a badge, let me know. I will order another one. As far as I know, I went through everybody, and I'm pretty sure I've got a badge for everybody, but it's possible that I missed somebody, or if somebody needs one changed. Anyway, so do we have any non-Rotary announcements? Carrie?
Yes, at AC Lakeside, there's a roundup at the register for the Tulong Oral Scholarship, which is for SSD students of Filipino heritage. We gave out 8 $500 scholarships with the assistance of the Rotary last year, but please consider rounding up the register and it will be matched.
Thank you. Okay. believe that is it for my announcements. And everybody else's, apparently, we're all good. Okay, so now I would like to introduce Chris-Ann Rice, who is many of you should know, former Rotarian here with our club. But now she is very involved with AFS students in their exchange program, and she is going to introduce our guest today, our speaker. Thank you.
My neighbor. Yeah, well, it's a pleasure to be here back in the Rotary world. I am a volunteer with AFS. I've been, 10 plus years. We hosted a girl from Indonesia for a year. You host students, and you have somebody from, I forget where, coming in January? South Africa, right, for the year. So it'll be fun to try to do things together with all the exchange students. We are hosting, Sitka's hosting 4 students this year. Una from Latvia, we have a boy from Cameroon, a girl from Bosnia-Herzegovina, and another girl from Morocco. Get it right? Yes. All of the students, all of our 4 students are on U.S. Department of State funded scholarships. And Una is on a program called FLEX, the Future Leaders Exchange, I think. And that was a program that was established shortly after the Soviet Union fell apart with those former countries. So Latvia was one of them. And the other students are on a program that was started shortly after September 11th and 9/11. And those are exchanges between students who come from countries with significant Muslim populations. So all of our 4 students are on those various scholarships, and they're designed to, like Rotary, build community and understanding and try to build peace. It seems like we have a long ways to go. Public diplomacy initiatives and a chance for us to get to know them. And then when they go back home, they have that experience, not all about the United States, but of Sitka and Alaska, and maybe they can share or they'll be able to share their personal perspectives. Okay, so I would like to introduce Una from Latvia. Her mom and dad, both mom and dad are here, thanks for coming. And she will talk a little bit about herself, her family. There'll be times for questions and answers, what she's done so far in a month, about a lot, and a lot more planned, and so here she is. Una.
So, hello, my name is Una, and I'm from Latvia, and as Chris-Ann said, that I'm on a US Department of State program that's called FLEX. And yeah, today I will tell you about my country and also a bit of my experience here and yeah, how I live also in my home country. So, first of all, do you know anything about Latvia? Do you have any things that make you think about it?
Yes.
And what is it?
Well, I spent Halloween in Riga once, and it started out by going to an organ recital in the Lutheran Church for Reformation Sunday, and then I was out in the street where it was just one wild Halloween party. It was a lot of fun.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
I did other things in Latvia, but that's what I remember most, Halloween in Riga.
Like, how many of you know where is Latvia?
Paul just looked it up on his phone.
Okay, so not all of you.
They ask you.
Okay.
You can't answer.
So, this is like map of Europe, and Latvia is in red. And you can see the numbers, how many people are there, and how big is it. The capital is Riga, which is also the biggest city of Latvia. And our official language is Latvian. We use as our currency euros, and religion, it's not really like popular, but it's like the most popular is Christianity. And we have 5 regions in Latvia. Kurzeme, Zemgale, Vidzeme, Latgale, and Sēlija. They're just like 5 regions that have a bit of like different cultural differences. And Latvia borders with Lithuania, Estonia, Belarus, and Russia. About our climate, we have all 4 seasons. Here you can see like our winters and summers average to like compare it to Sitka. Yeah, we get snow, we get hot summers, kind of. Yeah, we experience everything. But like to compare it to Sitka, there's not so much rain in my country. That's true. So here's my city. There's a map of Latvia, and my city is on the by the sea. Like it's a red dot because it's also the 3rd biggest city in Latvia. And yeah, it's known as the city where the wind is born because it's really windy mostly all the time. So yeah, but it's also a really, many tourists love that city because it's very touristy too. And here are some pictures of my city. So the first one with the white sand, it's like our beach. We have a really cool beach. That's what tourists love here, especially in summer. Then below that, it's a sunrise. I live by the lake, and it's very pretty sunrises every morning almost, so I have a lot of pictures of them. Then the next picture is a concert hall called Great Hamburg. It was built in 2015. It's pretty new, and there's also the inside of it. There happens many cultural events, and yeah, it's called Great Hamburg because also like you can find ambers in the sea, and that's what Latvia known for. And there's also theater that's in my city, and it's the oldest professional theater in Latvia. And also you can see the inside. I really love to go to theater. It's really fancy looking, and yeah, the acts here, they're great too. A little bit about myself. So, as you know, I'm studying abroad in a different country for 10 months. And I decided to do it because I want to get out of my comfort zone. I got a bit bored of my life in Latvia. And yeah, my family back in my home country consists of mom, dad, and sister. Here's also a picture of us. And I also have a cat. You will see pictures later. And here I have a family that consists also of mom, dad, and 2 sisters. So pretty similar, but here I have, like in Sitka, I have 2 dogs and 3 cats, so more pets. But I'm loving it, I love pets. My hobby is Latvian folk dancing. That's what I do for fun in my home country. But here in Sitka, I'm doing cross country for now. Yeah, exploring the forests and how is it here. And I'm interested in social studies, especially like history and like also just like how humans interact with each other. So yeah, that's what I'm interested in. So about school in my home country, this is a picture of the school I went to when back home. Usually school starts at 8:30. Most of the schools started at 8:30, actually mine started at 9. Then there are 7 to 9 classes every day, which is like a lot. And it ends pretty the same time as here high school, but the difference is that we have 13 to 17 different courses. Like here you have like 7 subjects only. So you learn more diverse things, and it's harder to learn everything because it's like you learn biology, then you learn history, then you learn math, and you just, there's so much stuff going on. And you can't really choose the subjects you're learning. You can choose like we need, for languages, we need to learn Latvian, English, and another language. So you can choose like from Russian or German. Like that's how we can choose. And in high school, you can like choose the subject you're more interested in. Like you can study more history or more sciences. But it's like here you can choose more. There are more electives to choose from. So that's really cool about the USA system. About Latvian traditions and culture. So the first picture with like the cat, it's from Easter. That's how we kind of celebrate Easter. We have chocolate eggs, but we also boil eggs. And we boil them with like flowers, and they leave the flowers leave prints on the eggs. And then we do like egg fights. So we fight with eggs. It's pretty cool. And also there's a thing that you need to eat the egg with salt, so you don't lie all year. So yeah, that's our Easter tradition. Then the next big thing is like summer solstice. We make like flower crowns by the flowers that grow in Latvia. And there's like a bonfire, and that's the most Latvian tradition, I would say, because then we listen to Latvian songs, and it's pretty Latvian. Then it's 1st of September. That's when our school starts. It's always 1st of September. And we dress up for the first day of school, and we give flowers to the class teacher. So here you just go to school. It's like a normal school day. But yeah, for us, we really celebrate the first day of school. The next thing is November 11th, and those who know history, that's when the World War I ended, but we don't celebrate it because of that. It's like we go with the torchlights in the city from one place to another, and it's because Latvia's army got a victory over Burman's army, which is a war that happened just right after the World War I in our country. So it's a pretty big thing, and we every year go with the torches in the city. Many people participated, and yeah, it's actually called Lodge Places Day, and Lodge Places is a Latvian national hero from an epic poem. So that's pretty interesting. The next thing we also celebrate is Christmas. I think it's pretty similar to like American Christmas. The only thing is like we get our gifts on the 24th of December, the evening. But yeah, there's a picture of me when there's behind me a Christmas tree. Yeah, we get like the real trees from the forest. The next two pictures are from thing that like it's more of family tradition, not like an actual Latvian tradition. That's a running competition, pretty similar to cross country, and it's really family friendly. And you just like, if you run the distance, no matter how fast or anything, you get a medal, and you can see the picture. It's like they're pretty cool design, and yeah, it's like it happens from April to October, like one time a month, and you run like the forests up the hills that we have, and it's pretty competitive, but also it's really friendly if you're not so good, and it's just a cool atmosphere, and that's what my family do. And it happens all over Latvia, so every month we drive to a different city, and it sometimes can take up to like 6 hours to get to the place where it happens, but we still do it. The next big thing is Latvian Song and Dance Festival. It happens every 4 years. Here you can see also pictures of me in the costume. There are many different kinds of them. And the Latvian Song and Dance Festival is included in the UNESCO representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. So it is a big thing that like needs to be protected, and yeah, Latvians are really into it. And actually, there are many. The main things are singing and dancing. I like. Okay, I can answer the question fast. I'm thinking about it. Maybe yes. So yeah, the main things are singing and dancing, and it's not like you can just be in a group and you will go to participate in the festival. It's like you really need to learn the dances and songs, and then you compete with other groups, and not everyone goes there. So it's a really big thing that the Latvian groups trying to achieve. And here, like the pictures, one is from the dance thing and one is from the singing. It will actually happen this summer, so you can come in the summer, visit Latvia, and see the festival if you want to. Here's also, this is a belt. Sometimes we use them as like in the folk dancing, but not really. But it is like from the folk thing, and it has signs on it, on both sides. It's pretty long. It's made from wool. And here are the shoes we dance in. These are made from leather, and yeah, they are like old-fashioned shoes, but that's how we dance. Then, yeah, here are the Latvian signs. We have, like, it's from before the Christianity. We had our own religion, and that's how the signs are like in our culture, and they're still pretty popular. For like the first one I included is on this belt. It's called Aka in our language, and it gives experience and knowledge and speaks to new possibilities. Also on this belt is Yumis, which is for fertility, but like for like plant fertility, not like human. But people put the sign also on their homes to like protect it. It's one of the most popular signs. Then I also have a thing, like you can put it, it's just a thing with my name, and it also has the sign on the sides. And this one is called Laima, which is for the faith and life. And then I have also jewelry, which has ostrich tree in it, and it's for knowledge, strength, and it protects family. So every sign has a different meaning, and people still use them, as I said, in like jewelry, or you could put them in belts, or like all these belts, but also the belts you can just put in your pants, and like there are many ways to use the signs. People have them in their houses, as in, and in their clothes, like everywhere. They're still a thing, even though it's from like an old tradition. And here is a lot of Latvian food. So I'm not gonna tell about every one of it, but the most important things I would say, we eat a lot of potatoes. We have potato pancakes, and we eat potatoes with meat, potatoes with everything. Then there is dark bread, which is, I would say, pretty significant to Latvia, and we make also from it dessert. It's on the last on the first line. It's a dessert with the bread, cranberries, and whipped cream. And also we make a drink from the bread, which is called kvass, and it's really good. We also make many things with cottage cheese, like sweet and sour. From the sweet is like a kind of pie with cottage cheese, and it's really good. And yeah, we have a lot of like Latvian food, but it also has an influence from like Slavic countries. And yeah, like the food is really good, and you can just see all the varieties of it. About my year. So yeah, I got here on August 16th, so it has been a bit more than a month. I put a picture of one of the first flag I saw in the US, because like the flags are everywhere. Like in my country, it's not so common. Then there's also a sunrise in the airport. It was the most beautiful I have ever seen. It was in the Washington DC airport. So then I put a picture of my school. There are like here in Sitka, they have all the flags from the exchange students. So I really appreciated that I put our flags there. Then there are like pictures from the camping trip that we did with our other exchange students. Yeah, we picked up some marine debris and we just enjoyed our time there. And there's also a picture of the Performing Arts Center because I'm also doing volunteering this year, and I did ushering for the dance show that was last weekend, and it was really good. I enjoyed the experience. So yeah, that's what I have done here for the past month. Time goes really fast. Like you're just like, oh, next day. But the people are really welcoming here, and so far I love it here. Okay, so do you have any questions about anything?
Why don't you tell them about name day, which blew our kids'
Oh,
mind?
yeah. So we have like their birthdays and their name days, and on our calendar, like every calendar you will buy in Latvia, it will have names on every day. Like most, it can be like 5 names, but every day is at least one name. And most of the people have the names that are in the calendar. So when parents choose your name, you also have a name day. And you celebrate it almost the same as the birthday. Like, for example, my family really doesn't make differences birthday to name day. Some families celebrate it less than birthday, but yeah, my family is like really into it, and it's just another birthday kind of. So it's pretty cool, and yeah, everyone that I tell, like when I tell someone here about the name day, they're surprised, like, what's that? How can that be possible? Like a name day, how many names are there? Like, but it's a thing, and it's really cool.
How about your government and your leadership for the country?
We are a unitary country. We have a president, and yeah, actually there will be elections this October, so we will have a new government. But yeah, I'm actually learning also the American government here, so I'm trying to find the similarities and differences. But yeah, we don't, we elect our like, we don't elect our own president, like the parliament, we elect our own parliament, and then the parliament chooses the president. And it's not, yeah, so like electing a president, it's not so big of a deal for us, like it's not really our own choice, like. And we have many political parties, like here are only 2. We have like more than 10, a bit more than 10, and they compete with each other. Are there any questions about what I told, or just in general about my country or my life?
What is, do you miss anything? Like, is there one thing you really miss that's Latvian and not Sitkan?
Actually, when I made the food slide, like I started to miss the food. Especially like the drink that's like kvass from the bread. I don't know if you probably can't really make it like yourself. It would be hard. So that's the thing I will probably not even get this year. So that's what I miss. But actually, I have been so busy that I don't really miss my family. Like I talk to them, but it's not like I want to go back. So it's pretty nice for me, and yeah.
Okay, if I were to make a Latvian dish, which one should I start with?
I would say you can start with, like, we have like many kinds of salads that we make for celebrations, and I love them. The one I also made, we had an AFS potluck, and I made rasos, which is like potato and meat salad. You can look it up.
It was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it just has meat, potatoes, pickles, eggs. It's just like all you have, you can put it in, and it will be just the salad. And it's made with sour cream and mayonnaise.
Oh, it sounds very good.
And bologna.
Is there one thing that, so you've got what, 9 months left maybe, about one thing that you really hope you can do while you're here?
I don't know, like, I don't really have expectations. I'm just letting the flow how it goes, because you never know how this year will turn out. So I'm just like living how it is, and I'm just happy that with the amazing community that Sitka has, and I'm just enjoying it here. Yeah.
What was your first reaction when you heard you were going to Alaska?
So the thing is, like, I got my placement and it was written Sitka, AK. So I was like, what? I thought it's a different state. Like, I thought it's Arkansas, because like, it could be. And then I Googled it and I was like, wait, it's Alaska. Oh my God, like, we knew that we can go to Alaska, but like, it's a small possibility. So I was really shocked, and at first I thought, like, of course I was not happy, because I wanted like a hot climate, no snow for a year. Yeah, but like, actually when I got here, like, as I said like many times this presentation, like, the people are so nice here. So it's like the main thing, that you have a good community and that you can talk with each other, and everyone knows each other. So yeah, but I was really shocked. Not what I expected.
Just to add on to that, so you knew beforehand, but you are living on an island. Sitka's on an island, but you're living yet on another island.
Oh yeah.
So that's probably a little bit different. How is that working out?
Yeah. It's working really well, but also when I like tell like my Latvian people that, they're like, how is it like with both every day? It's, yeah, but it's like not bad. It's a new experience.
So how do Latvians travel? Automobiles, bicycles, trains, buses?
Yeah, we have cars. Most people have cars. They're like public transportation. It's pretty good in the city. Also in my city, I usually use like tram or bus to go everywhere, because I can't drive a car. By like going from one city to another, there are some places you can go trains with, but from my city, if you want to go anywhere, it's usually by bus. But yeah, many people use just cars. And planes, there is like one airport in the capital. There is an airport in my city, but it's just not really doing the job. So we just have one airport. It's not like we can fly with a plane from one city to another.
Bernie, I have a question. So your hometown is on the coast. Mm-hmm. Are there fishing boats? Is it a fishing village similar to Sitka?
We have fishing in our city, and you can see fishermen in the winter and summer all the time. But I'm not really into fishing, so I don't know like the similarities and differences. But yeah, we have actually some fish that we can like do. There are many fishermen too. Yeah.
Have you learned to handle a boat?
Not yet, but actually the program, the exchange program doesn't allow to like ride a motorized vehicle, like, so I can learn it, but I can't drive it.
Okay.
Okay, is that it? Great, well, thank you so much for sharing. Okay. And also just a reminder for those of you going on the cruise, Una will be on the cruise, and will some of the other exchange students be there too?
All but Daniel. Daniel's Cameroon. He will be in Juneau for cross country.
So you guys can ask them more questions about their countries and their lives and how different or similar it is. Anyway, so once again, our next meeting is Monday next week on the 26th. And our district governor will be here to speak. And just in case anyone has that, you know, that thought about, I've been trying to really let you guys know, district governor, just like the RI president and the other district leaders, they're just Rotarians like the rest of us. They're volunteers. They're doing this because they want to do what we all want to do and make the world a better place. So it's really just interesting to get to meet them and talk to them. They're not, you know, these special elite people. Any of you could become district governors if you wanted to, after you did other things and once you retire, probably. Anyway, so anyway, that's it, and hope to see you guys all here in this room Monday next week for our meeting, and I'll get all the information out about the meeting and the fellowship. Thank you
Is
very
Shannon
much.
got her hand up?
Shannon, do you have something to say? Or are you waving by? So, she must be saying goodbye. And if not, she can email you if she has something to share with you later. Okay, well, hope to see you guys all next week, and Dane.